Hi guys, it is Elisa here, or the Diamond Stitcher as I go by on YouTube and Instagram. Hello, good morning or good afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. I hope you're having a wonderful one. If you're new to my channel, first off, welcome. I'm happy you found me. I hope you would consider subscribing and stick around for all things diamond painting. And if you are returning, thank you so much for your continued support. I have a WIP and Chat for you guys today. A WIP and Chat stands for WIP, or I guess I should say WIP stands for WIP in Progress. And it refers to the diamond painting that you or I are currently working on. And Chat stands for chat. So I used to do WIP and Chats once a week, and then you guys know with my health, it is hit or miss, and I was finding filming the vlog clips a little bit easier on myself, so I was doing those for a while. I haven't been doing them for a couple of weeks because, again, I have been feeling really unwell. So I thought I would sit down today with a WIP and Chat and catch you guys up on what is going on. Before I really get started, why don't I'll show you the pen that I'm going to be using. I really love this pen. Now, I hope the lighting is okay. I don't have all of my lights hooked up here just because I don't want really bright lights on me at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I am filming this in the morning. So I hope it's enough light that it comes through okay. The glare on this light is going to kind of glare on the glass there. But here is my pen. This is a mini pen from Mad Wood Turning SI. They are, or SL I should say, they are based in Slovenia. And she makes these really beautiful hybrid pens with resin, with usually charms or some sort of design in the middle, and then wood on either end. And the way they finish their wood is like nothing I've ever seen anywhere else. I really love it. It's really soft to the touch. It's kind of like a satiny finish. The finish in the middle is usually really beautiful. This was actually a custom that I had her make. I wanted a butterfly with some flowers. So we've got the butterfly there, some butterfly confetti, and some flowers as well. I really love this pen. I've been using it for this diamond painting. I wanted something a little more lightweight and easier to flip around in my hand, so I've gravitated towards this one. I am using my catered tray bricks, so this is the large one and this is the small one, so you can see the size comparison. I have 20 small trays kit up, or 19 actually, and the rest of the colors in these large ones. I've been using these catered tray bricks for a while now. I really like them. They work really well. Let me just get these diamonds shaken out here. They line up the diamonds really nicely. They've got, these ones at least have a clear bottom and a white lid. They do have some now that have a solid bottom, either in purple or pink, two different shades of each that you can choose. I have the original ones and I don't really plan on upgrading. I've gotten used to these. I find the light coming through the canvas into the back of the tray makes it so I can see these diamonds even in low light. So I really like them. Now, I do have some release papers that I have been using. I am on the bottom row of this diamond painting, so I just pulled the plastic back and used this cover minder, which is from Imagicrafts by Cindy. She makes really nice cover minders, you guys. Let's just let it focus. This is a dragonfly with scenery in the background, and she uses really nice neodymium magnets that are super, super strong. Highly recommend checking out her shop. She also has release papers. I believe that is where I got these ones, but I could be mistaken. I do think I got them from Imagicrafts by Cindy though. And then yeah, check out her cover minders. They are really good quality, and I always like having some on hand. Here is, and sorry for that glare, there is a light just above me here. Here is the diamond painting that I am working on. Let's let it focus. I'll cover that up. You gonna focus? You got this. This is from Dreamer Designs. It's one of their overseas collection kits. It is, let me just see, 40 by 50 centimeters or 15.7 by 19.7 inches. I really love this size. This is my new favorite size, 40 by 50. Only 34 colors. This one has a whopping 9 ABs. And this one you can, actually, was this part of the overseas collection? No, this isn't. You cannot add, this was the overseas, yeah, it is the overseas collection. I was going to say, you can choose round or square. I chose round for mine. I wanted something easy to work on and that would work up rather quickly. So yeah, this is what I've been working on. I really hope today to be able to finish this whole thing and kit up my next one. I am absolutely enjoying Dreamer Designs, 120%. I'm really sad that it took me so long to you know, be able to work on them again. I really regret that. I've missed out on a lot of art from one of my favorite artists, Curtis Reikovich, that I wish that I could go back and purchase from. But can't go back and change the past. We can only move on and change the future. So very happy to be able to work on Dreamer Designs. Their quality is outstanding, you guys. I'm not just saying that. I haven't been paid to say that. I don't get any kickback for saying anything good about Dreamer Designs. It is my personal opinion. They are my favorite company right now. I like the artwork that they are releasing. I like that they're offering now a variety of sizes. They have their Ships from Overseas collection, which is all smaller size points, like 40 by 50, 60 by 60, 40 by 40, smaller sizes, and it's absolutely perfect. I love working on them in between bigger kits. A lot of Dreamer Designs Ships from USA collection is in 80 by 60. That seems to be their favorite size, and that can be overwhelming for me. So I like that I can have some canvases from both of their collections, and I can enjoy their products. When I'm not feeling like working on a giant canvas, I can do one of their Ships from Overseas collection. If you are new to Dreamer Designs, they are a premium licensed diamond painting shop, one of the best out there, in my opinion, right now. They offer high quality poured glue canvases with a high quality material, self-flattening, every feature that you've come to expect from a premium diamond painting company. Their diamonds are resin, which is one of the best materials to use for diamonds, and they fit absolutely perfectly. Their rounds have been great for a while, and then they recently upgraded their squares so that the square grids had less gapping. And if you haven't seen my post review yet, check it out. It's on the kit Elowen. I have it in my post review section on my YouTube channel, and I go over what it looks like when it's finished. This square grid, they've knocked it out of the park. Yes, it took them a while to do it, but I think that's because they were perfecting it. Unlike other companies, they want to make sure their upgrades are perfect before releasing it to the mass public. So I really appreciate that they took their time and got it perfect. I really do think the new square grids are perfect. I've seen some people say that they're too tight. My experience, I did not experience that. They are snug, and I think they fit perfectly. I had no popping drills, and I go over that in my post review. Like, I have 0 popping drills on that canvas. Even to this day, it is hanging up in my bathroom right now, and no drills have started popping. So I really do think that their grids are absolutely perfect. I'm really happy about that because I didn't like the gapping before, because I am a multi-placer, and when you multi-place, you can notice gapping a little bit more. If you single place it, it probably looked just fine because you are able to get the spacing, you know, perfect. But if you are multi-placing, like you're placing multiple diamonds at a time, you don't really have a wiggle room of error for large gapping without it looking really noticeable. So yeah, I'm really down for the new squares and really happy. I am kind of in my round era right now. I really gravitate towards round diamond paintings. I just find them a little bit easier, less finicky. I place them a little bit straighter without so much effort. With squares, I kind of got to be a little bit more careful, but the new grid makes it perfect. Like, I've never used a diamond painting ruler, but with their new grids, I don't think you ever have to. They fit together so snug that it acts as a ruler itself, as long as you get them down, you know, get the first ones down right the first time. Yeah, I just can't say enough. I was so happy with how that worked out. I felt like I needed a break though, because I hadn't done a square in a long time, and that was a big one in my size books. I've got my tray stuck to the glue here. Yeah, so I felt like I needed a break, so I wanted to do this round one, and now I'm already eager to do a square. I have a actually I have a few Curtis Reikoviches in my stash that I would like to do. The ones that I want to do are square, and I know that they will probably have the old grid. Some of them will have the old grid, but you know what? It wasn't that bad. Yes, there was gapping, but I am in my phase now that I really don't care if there is some gapping. It does make it easier to place. I don't have to force the diamonds in as hard with my arm. I find with a gappy canvas, you want to be more careful in the face and in skin tones, because that's where you're going to see it the most, in light colors. So I chose Curtis Reikovich paintings that were more a dark based color palette. That way you don't see the gapping as much. But there is one that, for some reason, I really want to work on it. It's called Bird Sanctuary. I am 99% sure. Actually, let's look it up. Yeah, it is called Bird Sanctuary. Let me just get it up here and cover this. I don't know what is drawing me so much towards this one. I think it's the colors, the different pinks with the blacks. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Let me click the rendering there. I think she looks absolutely gorgeous. Her skin is beautiful too. And yeah, I think it's all of the pinks and the different purples and the feathers around her neck. This is the one that I want to do next. It is 60 by 80, so it is big. 62 colors with 4 ABs. And oh my God, I just noticed this, 6 crystal drills. Holy moly, 6 crystals. Where the heck are all those crystals? That makes me want to work on it even more. So yes, this is going to be the one that I'm kitting up next. And hopefully this afternoon I will be kitting it up and maybe even get a section done before I put it away for the day. And that'll be my WIP. I am really trying to be a one WIP at a time person. I got myself into trouble last year. I kind of was in a diamond painting slump, and I would start diamond paintings and then get bored very, very quickly, or frustrated is probably more likely a better description, and then I would put them away and start another one. So by the end of the year, I had like 7 WIPs. Now, I ended up tossing most of them for reasons that you already know. And so I've kind of started fresh. I have just this WIP going right now, and I'm really trying my best to finish it before I kit up that one. Yesterday, I almost caved. I almost kit up that bird sanctuary one, but I'm glad I stuck to my guns. I've got this one row left all the way across, and then I'm going to be done. Definitely can finish it today with at least a few breaks. I unfortunately can't sit and diamond paint for hours on end anymore. My neck and my arm get very, very sore. So, you know, I've been finding lately that is very frustrating. I am very frustrated that, for those who don't know, I've had a total of 8 surgeries, and my last one was in September of last year. And did it help? A little bit. Did it increase my functional ability? No, not really. Not when it comes to diamond painting, at least. Not in life in general. I did do really good for like 2 months. I had really good results, and then slowly I've been getting worse again, which unfortunately I expected. My body creates too much scar tissue when it has surgery or has an injury, and it becomes a mess inside. And they did something different during this surgery to try and prevent that. And they did so by wrapping the nerves in fat, so the scar tissue couldn't attach directly to the nerves, hopefully to preserve their function. I think it's helped a little bit, but there are some nerves that I can tell are angry again. My pain has been bad again. My weakness in my arm has gotten worse again. And my breathing has gotten worse again. So I'm not certain how effective it was an experimental procedure, is going to be. I don't have a follow-up with the surgeon yet. I call her my Botox doctor. She's my physical medicine rehab doctor. I see her in 2 weeks, so I'm going to see what she says. Really, all they would say was time. You got to give it more time, and we'll see what happens. But I have to admit that I've been feeling pretty upset lately, like just sad, like with the thought that this is as good as it's going to get, or I might even get a little bit worse again. You know, there was still, with this last surgery kind of, you know, in play, there was a little bit of hope that I still could get better. And I've been feeling lately like that hope is gone. Like I don't feel that anymore. I feel like I am just going to get worse again, and I am going to be disabled for the rest of my life. And I kind of already accepted that in a degree, but when you have in the back of your mind that you have another surgery that potentially might make you better, you hold on to that little glisp of hope, right? Because if I don't hold on to that hope, like, I'm pretty depressed, you guys. I've also been going through depression. I do have clinically diagnosed depression. I've had it ever since I was 12. And my brain just doesn't make the happy chemicals that normal people's brains make. And yes, I do use medication. I've had to use medication since I was 12. And I don't think I can ever go off of it because I was on the medication so young. My brain stopped producing happy chemicals on its own. So I have to get it synthetically. The medication I use does help, but it doesn't protect me from situational depression. So situations such as this, where the gravity of my situation is kind of becoming apparent, and I am realizing that I am probably going to struggle for the rest of my life at, what am I now, 35, I think I am, is pretty upsetting if you let yourself think about it too much. I still don't know if I'll ever be able to go back to work. Right now, I can barely handle doing anything for an hour, let alone working for 8 hours a day or 12 hours a day. So we're not even discussing that right now. I still am recovering from this surgery, and I actually have another surgery on my horizon. So in the new year, I guess we are in the new year. So end of February, I see another pain doctor in the big city, and she is going to fit me for a trial of something called a spinal cord stimulator. It's a little device that is inserted into your spinal cord or your spinal canal, and there are little wires and leads that are funneled in there, and they help provide pain relief for nerve pain. I have a lot of nerve damage and a lot of nerve pain, and they're going to try this to see if it gives me some of my quality of life back. And I feel very hopeful. I don't like being too optimistic, because then I get myself, you know, excited, and then I get let down, right? So I part of me thinks, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm like, it's not going to work. But part of me, a higher percentage part of me thinks that it is actually going to help me. And I've seen some people, even in the diamond painting community, with them, and they have good things to say. They would not be able to function without it. So I'm really looking forward to that trial. I honestly wish it was this month, but I got to wait till the end of February, because it has to be a certain period of time after my last surgery, which was in September. So end of February, I see the doctor, which means probably, I'm hoping March is when I get the trial, and they insert this thing temporarily through my back, and I think they leave it in for like 3 to 7 days. I'm not actually sure. I can't remember what she said. And then if I get at least 50% relief from it, then they will insert it permanently, which would probably, if I'm guessing the way our healthcare system works, would probably not be until June. So I still have surgery on my horizon. But yeah, I am hopeful for that. And if you pray, could you pray that I do receive relief from that device? I mean, if I do, it would be outstanding, and maybe I could function properly again, and I could handle going back to work, or even volunteering more. I started volunteering at a local farm sanctuary. Most of you guys have probably heard my stories about it already, but it brings me joy, and it made me really happy. And lately I've not been able to go as much as I want to, and when I'm there, I really struggle with pain. I can't breathe, my heart rate's too high, I'm weak, I'm dizzy, I'm just not able to do everything that I want to do when I'm there, and that's been really hard on me too. It's been factoring into my depression as well. I have this color here. Look how little there is left. I'm so worried I am going to run out. I actually know I'm going to run out, because there is a lot more in this final row, which sucks. I hate waiting for other like extra drills from diamond painting companies, because they always take forever to arrive, and then your glue can dry out. And yeah, but what was I saying before that? Now I've lost my train of thought. But yeah, I do have another surgery on the horizon, so there's been a lot weighing on my mind, and my depression has been active. You maybe have been able to hear it in some of my videos, or lack of certain content, you know. It's really hard for me to get up the energy to film videos like this, to get all set up with my filming equipment and my tripod and my lights, and especially to do unboxings. There's small shop hauls. They're very difficult, so I don't do as many anymore. Yeah, when you're in a depression, it's just, if you've never experienced it, it can give you this outstanding level of fatigue, and just yeah, I don't know how else to describe it, but like outstanding fatigue. Like even the thought of brushing your teeth, you know, is overwhelming. Yeah, depression can be really hard. I've been combating it with doing my diamond paintings, still managing to try and go to the farm at least twice a week. There was 2 weeks there that I couldn't go at all, and then last week I did go 2 times, but the second time it was more just to feed treats and hang out with the animals and the volunteers. I didn't really actually do anything. Those things have been keeping my mind busy. Also my little critters. I've got my dog, my cat, and my 2 little geckos. I call them my little dinosaurs. They are doing really well. Actually, my cat just had her 15th birthday yesterday, so Saturday, January 4th. And then the dog's 13th birthday is January 20th or 21st. I always get the day mixed up, but it is coming up as well. That's another thing that weighs heavy on my mind. I now have senior citizens, and reality is sinking in a little bit more. I am very grateful that they are super healthy and they don't really have any problems. So I'm hoping that we have many more years left with them, but it's in the back of my mind, One day I may wake up and, I'm the first one awake and I may find them. And if I let myself think about that too much, it's just, when you have depression, your mind just takes these sad things and runs with it and just like wants you to wallow in it. So I try not to think about it too much, but it is like I am realistic. I know what's in the future, and I think we'll have at least 5 more years with both of them. They're both really healthy. They don't have any problems. They don't need to see the vet for anything. Well, the cat, they actually both probably have arthritis, but I give them a hip and joint supplement, which seems to make them a little bit more active and less sore. Like I can especially tell with the cat, she gets up or jumps a lot easier when she's on that supplement. So it is doing something. But yeah, they are getting older. And my gecko, my leopard gecko, she also, I don't know how old she is, but I do think she is old. She is quiet and she's calm. Usually they can be a little bit finicky and, running all over the place, but she just sits on my shoulder and hangs out with me for 20 minutes and then she wants to go back home. So I think she's an old soul. I think she is old. I have no idea though, because her owner passed away and her family was left to rehome her. So they don't know, like her birthday wasn't written down anywhere. So it's just kind of a guess. The place I got her said between 5 and 10 years, but she could even be 15 years old. You can't tell with a gecko unless you have their hatch date, so it's really hard. My other one just had his first birthday in December, so he's growing like a weed. He is so special. Oh my God. Every time I look at that little guy, I tear up. I do. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because he's so tiny and like he's so trusting of me. Usually they can be very flighty too, even worse than a leopard gecko, and some of them don't tolerate being handled, but my little guy meets me at his door every afternoon around 4 to 5 p.m., comes out, sits on me for 20 minutes. I usually give him a little treat, and then I put him back for the night. He is nocturnal, so he's up all night. But yeah, I watched him grow since he was, how old was he when I got him? I think he was 4 months old. So, and he was itty bitty. He was like as small as my pinky or even smaller. And I'm trying to remember. I think he was like 2 point something grams when I got him, and now he's 17 point something. So he's grown really good. And yeah, I don't know. Every time I look in his eyes, my heart melts and my eyes tear up. It's just, God's creation is just so beautiful. And the fact that this tiny little dinosaur, is in the palm of my hand and he trusts me and we cuddle every day and he gets his little food from me. And, it's just so rewarding to be an animal mama. I don't think I could ever not live with animals. I see people say that all the time when their animal passes away. I'm never having another cat or dog or whatever the animal may be. That's not me. I am definitely getting another animal because they just add so much positivity to your life. I think I handle death a little bit differently than everybody. I grew up, my mom was a hairdresser in old folks' homes, so I grew up with people dying all of the time. For me, it doesn't really make me sad. It makes me happy that the person, hopefully lived a full, gratifying life. And, in old age, we usually get aches and pains and struggles and all that kind of stuff. So I'm more happy that they are at peace now, So yeah, I deal with death a little bit differently. I don't think I could ever live without an animal. I will at least always have a cat. But yeah, I think I'd always have a dog too, at least while I'm able to care for them, because they are just so special. Their personalities are different than a cat, right? And it also forces me to be active and get outside and walk her and my husband as well. So I don't think I could ever live without them. And then my little dinosaurs, they just add something extra special, something different. I don't have property or acreage where I can have farm animals. If I did, I would. I'd have like some goats, some pigs, some chickens, maybe a mini horse or a donkey. but I can't. So my little farm are little reptiles because I am able to house them and take care for them. Okay, so I really enjoy their company. Let me know what kind of animals you guys have. I know I started putting a weekly post in our Facebook group for animal pictures, so make sure to take pictures of your animals throughout the week. It doesn't have to be a cat or a dog. It can be a reptile, it can be a spider, it can be a snake, it can be a horse, a bird, whatever animal you have, hamster, gerbil. Take pictures throughout the week, especially if they're doing something silly or funny. I always like looking at those pictures. And yeah, that post, I think I've made it go live every Thursday afternoon so that we can share the joy of animals, especially for those maybe who aren't able to have animals, and they can enjoy the community's animals as well. But what has happened? Now, I don't know when I did the last vlog. I cannot remember, but I think it was 2 weeks. So on 2 weeks ago, I had that pain infusion that I get once a month. I don't think it's really helped this time. I think I might need a dose increase, which sucks. I really didn't notice a difference. Usually I notice a difference right away, and I was actually in a lot of pain following it. My neck was killing me. I was basically couch bound. Aside from, taking my dog for a very short 10-minute walk in a neck brace, I was flat on the couch, not able to move for almost a week. So I don't know why, but that infusion didn't really help this time. So I'm thinking next time I need to ask for a dose increase, and I'm already on a pretty high dose. But I know the doctor says that I can always go up. Like, it's not actually that high, I guess, compared to some patients she has. So there's still room. But my body gains tolerance to medications very quickly. It's kind of a drawback of having to be on these kind of medications is your body gets used to it, right? So you're always having to increase the dose. The hope with that spinal surgery in March maybe is that it would reduce my need for these pain infusions, which means that hopefully when I do get them, they would work even better. Like I could go maybe a couple of months without having them instead of just once a month. So that is the goal too. That would also save us from having to drive back and forth to the big city. When I go for those infusions, I have to go to Vancouver, which is over an hour away, there and back. So that's like our whole day is shot when we have to go to these things. And it's always on my husband's day off, which he hates because he wants his day off to be relaxing, right? He works full time and he works hard, and it's hard for him to have to do the medical driving, on his days off when he just wants to relax and be at home. So hopefully this spinal cord stimulator is going to be good for both of us. He doesn't complain though. I just feel really bad that he always has to drive me. But he doesn't complain. He does it like a champ. I'm really lucky to have a husband like him. Without him, I don't know how I would have survived. I mean, I know my mom would have stepped in and been my rock, but like I wouldn't have been able to survive on my own without my husband. So he is a pretty special guy. That weekend, after that, I went for lunch with some farm people. So where I volunteer, it was the owner's birthday, and we went to a Chinese vegan dim sum restaurant. Oh my God, it was so good. I honestly want to go back, but it's in another city and it's far away and the parking sucked. So I don't think I would go on my own, but oh my God, it was so good. And it was nice to get out. That's the first time I've gone out for lunch with anybody since probably 2016. It has been that long. Even, I think even before that, I would have to say. Back then, all I did was work. I never went out to any functions or anything, so I think it would have been before that. So it was nice to, get out and, socialize with people and in a setting like that. It was nice to get to know some of the volunteers as well. And yeah, I hope we do that more often. I know they do that once a year for the owner's birthday, but maybe we could do something like that in the summer too. That would be kind of nice. I'm just looking at my calendar. Then we had Christmas. Christmas Day, I went for dinner at my sister's house. So she's the one who does the holiday meals. Her space is just bigger than the rest of us. And this year, my brother was here from South Korea. So he lives in South Korea with his wife. They've been there for over 20 years. And they have 2 boys. One of them is in university now, University of Toronto for computer engineering. He's a genius. and he came as well. And then the other boy stayed back home because his school was different, and the wife stayed back home as well. So my brother and his eldest were here for Christmas dinner, so we all had dinner at my sister's house. Unfortunately, my dad was too sick to come, so he missed it. We were all really upset about that, but his health is declining, and he's basically housebound now, which is really sad to see. He has end-stage COPD, for those that don't know, and needs to be on oxygen all the time. And even on oxygen now, his oxygen levels just drop drastically when he's standing. So that was unfortunate. But my mom said that he wants to come out on Monday, so tomorrow. I guess it would have been yesterday by the time this video... Or no, when am I putting this up? I'm putting this up on Monday. So on Monday, I perhaps will be going for lunch with my mom and my father, which will be nice. We go to this little cafe run by actually a Korean, I think, family. Very good food there, good service, affordable prices, and yeah, we really like it there, so that's usually where we will go. My husband works, so it'll just be me and my parents, but that will be nice. Boxing Day, what did I do? I didn't do anything. I was sick, so all over that week of Christmas from December 23rd to... I think the 30th, I was sick the whole time. I didn't go to the farm. I was on the couch, on my back. My neck was killing me. My automatic dysfunction has been really bad as well. So I have a condition where my automatic nervous system is broken. So my breathing, my heart rate, my blood pressure, everything automatic in our body, digestion, all of those processes are broken in me. So some days it's just the heart rate, some days it's just the breathing. Actually, it's usually always the heart rate, but some days the blood pressure is okay, some days the breathing is not too bad, some days digestion is okay, but sometimes when all of those systems are angry at the same time, I get really sick, and I'm basically couch bound. I can't, even getting up to walk to the washroom, which is like, I don't know, 20 steps away, takes my breath away. So I can get really sick when those automatic processes are dysfunctioning. So that kept me really sick this holiday season, which I was really sad about because I really wanted to go to the farm on Christmas and spend it with the animals. But I was not able to, and I didn't get to see them, I think, until the Monday. I think I went on the 30th, and then I had to take the rest of the week off again because I was still so sick. I kind of only went just to see the animals because it's so good for my mental health. But yeah, I was pretty darn sick. And not sick with a virus, it's just my damage to the nervous system. It makes you feel really sick. It's just crazy how, you know, I went from having a stupid injury at work to it damaging my my central nervous system, and being as sick as I am. It's just, you know, sometimes I think about it and I'm still in shock, really, that, you know, just a stupid injury completely changed the whole trajectory of my life. If I think about it too much, it definitely does make me really sad. And then, like I said, I've been dealing with depression, depressive thoughts a lot this month, or in December, and it's been really tough. I've kind of been suffering in silence because I've dealt with this so long that I know that there's really nothing I can do but ride the feelings out. You know, I change my thinking, I say positive affirmations, I avoid tearing myself down. I do all of the right things. Like, I have good coping strategies. I distract myself with diamond painting or cross stitching. I find a good series to watch or rewatch on Netflix. Like, I know how to combat it, but it's just, you have to sit, or I at least have to sit in those feelings until they pass. It's all about chemical imbalance for me, and I can't control that. So, yeah, it can be very tough when the depression really sinks in. I just have to sit in those feelings and let it ride out. And sometimes it can take like 3 or 4 weeks for it to lift. And by the end of that time frame, it's just really hard. Very, very hard. I get very quiet these days. When I'm in that kind of situation, I quiet. I stop interacting so much on social media, and you find me, like, I feel like I've disappeared. And it's just kind of like I've cocooned back into my little self. My body, actually, if you didn't know, when you do have depression, your body actually, it does that. It kind of self-isolates you to protect your brain. It's trying to shut everything down. That's why you're so fatigued and you don't feel like doing anything, because your brain is trying to protect you. It's putting you kind of in this little survival mode where you're kind of like a hibernating bear, And it's all to protect you, which I find so intriguing. But yeah, I definitely find that that does happen with me. I isolate, and which is not good. I don't recommend it, but I usually am doing it before I even know, like before I'm aware that I'm doing it. And yeah, I try to maintain contact with friends and, channel members and things like that. But yeah, if you notice that I've gotten quiet, it's just the depression. It's just the nature of that for me. And prayers through that time are always, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm grateful for them if you do pray. New Year's Eve, we did not do anything. I was in bed before 8 o'clock. I was fast asleep on the couch. I don't think my husband stayed up either. We're not people who party or go out anymore. We're very much introverts. We don't drink. We don't, do party things. So we just stayed home. I think, did he work? Yeah, he worked that day. And he had the next day off. That's right. So the day after, on the 2nd, we went for lunch again with my brother, just my husband, my mom, my brother, and his eldest son. We met at the breakfast place I talk about and had a brunch there. That was really nice. That was the last meeting before my brother and his son left to go back to their respective homes. So it was nice catching up with them. During the Christmas dinner, I was feeling so sick that I wasn't very social, and I didn't really talk much, so I felt really bad and guilty that I didn't visit much with my brother. But for the brunch, I was a lot more lively. It's really hard for me to do anything in the evening. Usually if I'm going to commit to something, I try and get things to happen around lunchtime, because I know in the evening I'm going to be sick, I'm going to be tired, and it's just, I'm not going to do very well. So I avoid all kind of evening outings as much as I can. For certain things like family holiday dinners and stuff, I will force myself to go out, but I can't hide how I feel. I often, am quiet in the corner, lying down, looking like I'm in severe pain, because I am. But that's just the way my life is. Let me know, what did you guys do this holiday season? Did you have, I know some of you already told me you had nice Christmas dinners, but what did you do for New Year's? Did you guys go out? Did you party? Did you stay up until midnight? What about your kids? Do you have young kids that wanted to stay up too? I know when I was a kid, I think only once, one year, I stayed up to midnight, and then I realized like there was nothing special about it, so why the heck would I do that again? So I never stayed up to midnight again. The only time I've done it is not on purpose, when I've worked on New Year's Eve night shift. So yeah, I'm not a night owl at all. Whoops. What else has happened? I'm trying to think. That's one reason I like filming the daily vlogs, because I can talk about what's happened in that day. Like maybe I've seen something on social media or something in the news, and I can talk about it. When I sit down for WIP and Chats, I often don't remember, and I often forget to write things down. So I kind of like doing daily vlogs, but once in a while, it is nice to take a break. And I've been so sick the past week that just filming daily clips, I was so short of breath that I just couldn't do it, and lacked so much energy. So yeah, I saved it for a WIP and Chat. But let me know how you guys are doing. How did your holidays go? If it was a struggle for you, I hope that the struggle is over and you are back to your usual self. Holidays can be hard for a lot of people. I know there were some people celebrating holidays this year without a loved one for the first time, and I can't imagine how hard that was for you. Good news, you survived it, and it is over. And yeah, let me know what you got up to. If you got any special presents, let me know down below. This year we didn't really do much presents. Mom got us some things, like socks, underwear. She got me 2 diamond paintings as well, which was nice. Some candies like chocolates from Fancy Chocolate Shop as well. My husband didn't get me anything. I didn't want anything. I got him a gag gift. I don't know if I really want to show it on social media. A very funny pair of boxers, let's just say that. And it was more of a gag gift, and he laughed. It's very, very hard to make my husband smile or laugh. He just doesn't like surprises, and he doesn't have the reaction you think he would have. Like he's internally very happy and grateful, but he doesn't show it on the outside. So to get him to actually smile and laugh about it was really cool, and he tried them on and everything. So it was really cute. So I just did that, just a funny gag gift this year. What we usually do is, you know, when we need things during the year, we just get them if we can. He'll do an overtime so we can get them. Like he needed new headphones. I got them for him, I think in September or maybe October. I thought, you know, I was going to save them for Christmas, but I thought, let's just let him open them. He really needs them anyway. So that's kind of how we do things. We don't really save things. So by the time the holiday comes, we don't really have a list of anything. The only thing I ever have a list of sometimes is diamond paintings. But that being said, usually I just get them when they release because you never know when they're going to discontinue as well, right? So yeah, I'm hard to buy for. So is my husband. He is very hard to buy for. I am going to wrap this WIP and Chat up. I think I've gone over everything that kind of has happened that I remember to talk about. Diamond painting events, I guess we could mention that. What diamond painting events do you have planned for this year? I'm curious to know. I have not really participated in diamond painting events for a couple of years now. I tend to start them and then I get overwhelmed with the pressure for weekly progress or to complete things or size requirements or specific themes, and I don't really feel like working on that kind of theme, right? So I've kind of stopped participating in events, but I'm curious which ones you're participating in. Maybe they will be lenient enough that a canvas I have might qualify. Again, I want to work on paintings I want to work on this year because I'm tired, or I got tired last year of just working on things because of, say, events, or, you know, somebody wanted me to work on a specific image or something like that. Like, if I'm not really feeling the image, I really don't enjoy it. And I want to enjoy my diamond painting time because I can't do it like the rest of you. I can't diamond paint for hours on end anymore. I have to take a lot of breaks, and I don't finish things as fast as some people. And it can get very frustrating and overwhelming. I get frustrated, and then I don't want to finish the diamond painting at all. So my goal this year is to only work on things that I'm thoroughly enjoying. And if I'm working on something and it turns out I'm not enjoying it, I'm not going to force myself to keep doing it. Again, I want to focus on all the good things and happy things, and, you know, not to sound drab, but my life is so dark and so sad right now that I just want that diamond painting time to be 100% happiness. So, yeah, but I am interested what events you're participating in for January, February, or if you have some more planned throughout the year, let me know down below. I wonder if I should do an event video, kind of go over some of the events. Now, I know the owner of the Facebook group, the Diamond Painting Event Facebook group, doesn't have the whole year posted. Like, I think she does it a couple months at a time, so I couldn't do like a whole year of event video, but maybe I could do a couple of months. Maybe that is something. I do find filming videos like that a lot easier on me. Kind of like the roundup style. I can film them on my computer. I don't have to set up my lights and, you know, tripod and camera and microphone and all this kind of stuff. So I do find, especially when I'm not feeling good, it's a lot easier for me just to turn the computer on and do a screen recording. So maybe I will do that video. I'm sure it will, even if it helps somebody learn about events, then I would feel like it was successful, you know, or worth it. I think I've just finished that last color. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up. As I said, let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you're working on. Let me know how your holidays went, New Year's, if you did anything, Christmas as well, if you haven't talked to me yet about that. This kit is absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to show you the whole thing. I'm not going to pull it over just because everything is a mess on the tabletop here, but I thoroughly love this painting. Definitely will have a post review of it up once it's finished, and I would highly recommend you get this one. It's got a great message. The rounds at Dreamer Designs are absolutely perfect. Their squares are perfect now too. I think Dreamer Designs, I think 2025 is their year. I think they're going to do great things in 2025, and I really hope that they do, and I hope to see it and be here for it. Don't forget, I do have a discount code at Dreamer Designs, so if you haven't yet made your first purchase, you can save 15% off by using my code. It's my name, ALYSA15. Again, saves you 15% off your first order with that code. I believe if you've used another creator's code, you can still use mine as the first time. So do try that. I think somebody, some subscribers did tell me that that does work. So if you've purchased before but you haven't used my code, give it a try. See if it works and let me know if it works. Don't forget to join us over on Facebook, Licensed Diamond Painting Fans Canada and Friends. I actually just changed the banner photo. Let's pull it up here. It's not going to change on my phone. I did change it on my computer, but it's not showing on the phone yet. Oh, there we go. So I just changed the banner photo to this for New Year's. That is a Dreamer Designs snowman finish there. on the left. So don't forget to join us here. It's a great resource for all things diamond painting. Licensed diamond painting, I should say. We've got a great group of women with some men in there as well. It's just a great community to share from all the different companies. I do have channel memberships open if that is something you are interested in. I do keep it nice and affordable. I do more frequent kind of personal updates for members. I do members only giveaways as well. If I have a poll, I would do a members only poll. I have been thinking about doing a members only event this year as well. I don't know if I can take on a huge giant event with a lot of people. So I thought maybe I could do that with members. If you are a YouTube channel member and that interests you, let me know down below. Yeah, I was thinking of that yesterday, that might be an option because I do like running events. I just find them very overwhelming and a lot of work, mental work that I just haven't had for the last few months, so I don't want to overwhelm myself. But yeah, let me know what you think of that. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me a little butterfly emoji for the butterfly here I was working on. If you are new and you haven't yet subscribed, I would absolutely love if you would choose to do so. It's absolutely free. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button. You can also click the notification bell to be notified every time I post a new video. With all of that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic week and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye!